What's up, guys? It's episode 33. Welcome back to the podcast. What's up, guys? It's Jacqueline. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the podcast. I hope you're doing well, and I'd like to start off by saying this. You are so beautiful to me. I don't know if you haven't been feeling beautiful lately, but I think you're beautiful, and trying to just, I don't know, share the positivity today, because I'm trying to just like I want to share my gratitude for you and how much I think you're beautiful and just a great person. If you haven't been told that recently, I'm trying to help you out. But dude, I wrote a note to be positive because for the last 30 fucking minutes, not to be negative, and I'm talking low because I have neighbors that are probably hearing this, my toes have been curled under for the last 30 minutes out of frustration because I have so much rustling upstairs. Like, you know how kitchen table chairs rustle around when you move them? It's as if they have a house of, or like a household with 6 little toddlers jumping around the chairs, moving around, pushing them in and out. And I don't want to be passive aggressive and do this, but I just might buy those little pads, those little cushions for the bottom of kitchen chairs, you know what I mean? And put them at their front door as a little hint, because it is so frustrating. And like when I get frustrated, my toes, like I get, like if you curl your toes under right now, I just tense up and I get so pissed off. So I wrote a note to be positive because that's how I've been feeling for the last 30 minutes. And it's been annoying because I keep wanting to start this and I'm like, there's too much rustling. Also, another annoying thing is I got a lot of cars being annoying outside. I have a window I can look out while I podcast. It's so nice. This is the best like office or view ever for podcasting, because I don't know how people function in their little studios that are like a little cave with no outside lighting or anything. I just couldn't do that. So I'm in my kitchen looking out the window. It's my kitchen / studio, but cars are being annoying. They're like, one is parked with its fucking hazard lights on outside right now. It's a red Tesla. So annoying. And just like there was another one earlier, just kind of like going in circles kind of, and I don't know. So I'm just frustrated and annoyed. But I started off trying to be positive, told you you're sexy. It's all good. We're going to get into this podcast. I'm feeling like it's going to be a great Tuesday. Every day I say that. Every day a podcast is a great day because you know what? I love what I do. Every day a podcast it's like Christmas morning. Dude, I need to drink some coffee. I'm ashamed to report. This is so me and like how I goal set. Dude, fucking yesterday I was like, it's Monday. I want to share with you guys what I want to work on this week. I want to talk about my goals and things I want to improve this week. And the first goal was I want to cut back on my caffeine because I think my tolerance is it's so bad. Like I need like a fourth a cup of instant coffee to feel anything. And I thought, okay, this week I'm going to do a reset, right? Day 2, dude. I just had this is my second latte, my second almond milk latte, and it's a joke. Like I can't goal set and follow through. I did complete one of my goals to watch a movie last night. Well, it was like a documentary, so it still counts. But I watched it completely attentive the whole time, which was my goal. So that's good. I'll update you guys on my life and everything because that's a whole segment in itself. Today I'm also going to bitch about current events like Trump and stuff. I'm going to run the risk of getting canceled again. I can't wait. Oh, cute dog outside. It's got a pink collar. That's really cute. Sorry. I just feel like I have a responsibility to hold up to you guys. Is that the right way to say that? I have a responsibility to comment on the people watching or the people I have a responsibility to make commentary about people outside my window because that's the type of that's my quirky thing I do on my podcast. That's a segment I do on this podcast. It's a running theme I do. And yes, Man Bun Neighbor has been back, guys. I mentioned a few podcasts ago that I haven't seen him in a while, but he was back this morning doing his workout with the couple, doing dumbbells on the curb. They are running hills, and they're looking. I'm following their health journey just out the corner of my left eye through the window every day, and he's like the woman's looking. They're both losing weight, but the man is looking really tight lately. Like really, like he's lost a lot of weight. It's been about a month or two since I've been following this, and I'm proud of them. I'm excited for them. It's great. I love. It's like literally watching people work out every morning outside my window, being like rooting for them. And they have no clue that I'm talking about them. So anyways, let's do my 24-hour update. Did I finish my train of thought earlier? I don't know, dude. So we're not gonna do a coffee fact. I'm over it. Moving forward with that. It's just the coffee fact today is that I drank too much. I know what my coffee fact will be. This kind of goes with my 24-hour update, but I've been looking at espresso machines. I've been reading a lot of reviews about espresso machines. And I had this realization. I was like, Jacqueline, why do you want an espresso machine so much? Because you're a diehard instant coffee chick. Because I make my instant coffee like an espresso shot, really concentrated, and then I pour it over ice, right? I do this every day, and I'm obsessed with it. I stock up a ton of instant coffee. What was that inflection when I talked? I stock up on a lot of instant coffee, and I don't know what I'm thinking. Like, I'm going to be this barista all of a sudden making espresso shots, and then I'll be like, I miss my instant coffee, and I'm going to ball out and buy this Breville $1,000. It's not actually that much. The one I want's like $600. Espresso machine and just become a barista all of a sudden. So who am I kidding? But dude, who's sick of me talking about coffee? Okay, let's do my 24-hour update. I had a great day yesterday. It was Monday. Every day is a good day, right? But yesterday was a particularly great day because I was super productive. I had all these, like, it's Monday. So I was like, I'm an adult. I'm going to go over all my stuff, my loose ends. I went through all my emails, looked at all my financial stuff. I went through all my random notes and stuff I've written down. I have so many sticky notes. I'm showing the camera right now. You can go to YouTube to watch this. I have so many sticky notes of like to-do shit. And just, I was making sure everything was taken care of yesterday. It was very productive. So that was a goal I had and I got accomplished. I said on the podcast yesterday, my goal this week was to be productive after I podcast instead of just chilling. Because literally the last month of me podcasting has been like, oh, I finished the podcast, I upload it, and then I'm like, all right, I'm horizontal for the rest of the fucking day. Taking a lot of naps, hanging out, then I work out, and that's it. So yesterday I was proud of myself. I said, Jacqueline, you're an adult. Let's get your shit together. I just made sure that everything was taken care of, all my little like adulting things. And yeah, that's on period. Dude, that's okay. I don't know why that just came out of my mouth, but that's on period. And that's on period. I am so confused by that phrase. It just annoys me. I'm like, and that's on period. And like when they do the little like TikTok people do their little like Trump this, fuck this, politics in America, and that's on period. You know what I mean? It's just like their little like, but it's on period. I don't understand it. I'm like, dude, that's on exclamation point. Don't you want to be like more like, I don't know. Okay, so what did I just talk about? How are you doing? Are you staying entertained? Your only goal or your only fucking job today is to keep listening, pull through, dude. This is a good podcast. Yeah, so I was productive. Okay, but I want to talk about something I'm currently liking as a breakfast option. So I do Greek yogurt and berries, and then I put some protein powder in it, and it's like the best thing ever. So that's what I've been eating lately. If you're curious what my breakfast is, I looked at kittens. I have a note here. I've been looking at. I finished my adulting stuff, and then I looked at kittens for like an hour, and I need to stop doing this because I know I'm not going to be able to take care of one until after I go home for Christmas. So I don't know. It's annoying because I'll see one that's really cute that I want. I'm like, Jacqueline, you can't actually get it right now. So I need to stop doing that. Of course, I went to the gym yesterday. Dude, every day is the same. Like, I was really insecure this morning. I was like doing my pre-podcast meditation session. I was just sitting staring at the wall, and I was like, isn't it so redundant talking about what you did every day? Like, I tell you guys literally 7 days a week what I did the day before, and I don't know. But whatever. I'll get into it. I went to the gym. 33rd episode. I'm saying I went to the gym yesterday. All right. I did like incline walking again. I just didn't feel like lifting that much. I don't know. I wanted to watch, I was finishing an episode of Bad Friends on my YouTube podcast, it was a podcast I was watching on YouTube, and I like walked on the treadmill and watched that. And then I watched game highlights from the Seahawks game because I missed it. That I was like so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, if a boy walks behind me watching these Seahawks highlights, he's going to think I'm so hot for liking football. So I really, I even positioned my phone. Dude, I'm telling you guys everything. I like the amount of psychoticness this is about to sound like is, no, let me restart. This is going to sound so batshit. So like, Jacqueline, you need actual, like you need to go and you need to be admitted. I took my keys. Okay, you have to understand, there's a lot of prospects at the gym, right? I'll do whatever it takes to get a look. Or like, for someone to be like, oh, who's this girl? What's she doing? That sounds so desperate. It's not really like that, but sometimes I'm just like, this is more this thing I did with my keys and my phone and the positioning of it. This is so me 2019 all the way back to like college and high school and shit. Cuz now I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not like trying hard, but I did it and I caught myself. I'm like, Jacqueline, you just took your on my keys I have this like a card holder thing, like a little pouch wallet thing. And I mean, in my defense, my phone was I was watching the Seahawks highlights. It was like a 11-minute video. And the thing is, the treadmill is like where there's so many people behind me, right? So people, like, if they walked by, they could like see what I was watching if they were looking. And I've thought about it, and I never do that. I never look at what people are watching on their phones when they're on the fucking treadmill. So I don't know what my brain was thinking. I'm exposing myself, and I'm so embarrassed right now. But this is what I do on the podcast. I tell you guys all this embarrassing shit. So in my defense, the screen was kind of glared, but I took that little pouch, my little card holder, and I like positioned it behind my phone. I'm showing the camera on YouTube right now. And I like propped it back up because I'm like, yo, everyone can see that I'm watching these Seahawks highlights. Because it's like so just like propped up and vertical. Because, if your phone's like leaning back on the treadmill thing, you can't really see what's going on. It's like, dude, I'm so hot. I'm watching the Seahawks highlights. I'm working my ass out. Just a great old, situation for me. Really, really attracting the males that way. I'm embarrassed that I said that. Dude, they're still wrestling and my toes are curling under again. Wonder if you can hear it. You probably can't. I got double pane windows because I live in a airplane zone. My double pane windows they're really keeping the noise out, so that's great. So anyways, I walked on the treadmill and then I did some like lightweight stuff, like lower weight working out stuff. What am I saying? Like dumbbells and lunges and shit like that. I didn't go hard. So all in all, it was a great old workout. Go Seahawks. That's so embarrassing, but you know what? That's the juicy content I gotta share because that's what's gonna keep you guys fucking entertained. I just exposed myself because here's what I want to say about working out at the gym lately, and something I'm proud of myself about. Sort of like that behavior I just disclosed and admitted to about trying to like position my phone so people could see like, oh, this girl's cool for watching football. The fuck? That is so psychotic. Like, that is not okay. But I'm noticing this disposition change in myself lately, especially because I'm at the gym, I'm around new people, and I'm like, dude, I like go in there so like head high, happy, smiling at everyone, just kind of like acknowledging people instead of having my head down, acting like this bad bitch who's like lifting weights and she's so cool. Because I feel like I don't get a good workout when I'm in my head like that, trying to be a badass the whole time, where especially if I like wear a hat and big headphones, I just feel bitchy. So lately I've been super, like, I'm proud of this, that I've been like, if people are around me, I'm like eye contact, I'm like chipper and I'm upbeat, and I'm not, I don't know, because I think in the past, maybe someone out there could relate to this. You work out and you're like listening to your rap music and you're super in the zone, and it makes you feel like my ego gets involved, and I feel so. This probably it probably helps your workout to be like that though. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking show these motherfuckers how strong I am, and just be like, I don't know, walking around like, I don't know, like this, I don't know. What am I saying? So anyways, lately it's been nice. I've been chipper as I walk around. I'm terrible at telling stories. I don't know if I should be a podcaster anymore. Dude, how many podcasts do you think it's going to take till I get burnt out doing this 7 days a week? Leave a comment below the video. 33 episodes in 33 days. So anyways, yeah, I don't act like I'm hot shit at the gym. It's just not, it doesn't feel good. While I'm working out, I feel like I'm trying too hard. So anyways, oh, okay. I had to get batteries at the grocery store yesterday, and there's a baby in a stroller, and like, I don't know, does anyone else do this? Like, does anyone make deep icon? Does anyone make deep icon with babies? No. I found myself like looking at this baby in the stroller, and mentally I was like wishing it good luck in life. I was like, dude, good luck. Like, you're like 2 years old, or probably not even that old. Like, I'm a year old, and I'm just like, good fucking luck. And it's crazy because I'm like, Jacqueline, you want kids though, so like, that's not good juju, that's not good energy. But I'm starting to look at little kids being like, holy shit, like, you know, the world is yours, good luck in life. So anyways, just thought I'd mention that. I got some batteries, and I don't know, maybe it's an age thing, but as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that I'm weighing out kids, like, in my head, like, pros, cons. I mean, I definitely want them. I've established that, but I'm also considering the shitstorm of shit they are probably gonna have to deal with, and that's terrifying. And yeah, so I mean, just shake a baby's hand in a stroller, tell them good luck in life, wish them well. They really need us. They really need our support, because I can't imagine what it's going to be like when they're, you know, in the next like century. What the fuck? Speaking of which, I got super paranoid last night because I was like, history repeats itself like every 100 years, right? And I'm getting really nervous because I'm like, it's the 20s. I'm thinking of like the world wars in the 1900s. I'm like, oh shit. Is shit about to go down? Like, I know I haven't seen the worst in my life. Like, this pandemic is nothing compared to what's probably going to eventually happen, which is so terrifying. I don't want to be negative again, but dude, my toes are still curled under. That's like what's going to happen. If my toes are curled under, I'm going to be negative. But yeah, I got paranoid. Like, before sleep last night, I was just staring at my ceiling, thinking about life. Like, dude, it's 2020. Go back 100 years. That's when shit started going down. Anyways, so yeah, I worked out. The grocery store baby thing. That was beforehand. I don't know why I went to the grocery store to get batteries when I could just, you know, fucking Amazon it. Anyways, so I also watched last night for my movie watching. I said I wanted to watch a movie every night this week, 100% attentive, like no phone use during the movie. And I watched the Comedy Store documentary on Showtime, which was great. A lot of people I follow have been talking about it, so I was like, oh, I'll check this out. And I liked it. It was good. A lot of history I didn't know about comedy, so that was fun. I wrote a note here because I liked what Jay Leno said about having low self-esteem. He said that it's like, he considers having a really low self-esteem a great thing because, and it's helpful for people's careers, because you never feel like you're the smartest one in the room, and you have to like work hard, and it's like using your low self-esteem to your advantage, because I don't know how to explain it. He explained it better than I'm doing right now. Basically, it's positive. And I'm like, I've been verbal about my low self-esteem on this podcast, but I don't want to make it my brand that I'm insecure and I have a low self-esteem. But I think that I've recognized in other people that think they're hot shit and think they're amazing, that it's annoying. It's like they're not, it's not, it doesn't, they're not like real. It's not real. It's like this ego thing. And I've always been like open about, dude, I don't like myself about in this way, and I'm insecure about this thing, and da 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 da. So I don't know. I just like, you can be confident, but like cocky, confident, and like arrogant, and thinking you're amazing and all that. It's sometimes it's not helpful. Have a low self-esteem and have a career. That's basically what I took away from that. Dude, and the whole like documentary was reminding me, I was reminiscing the whole time about my theater days, because it's like the Comedy Stores, it's like it's its own world. It's like a wonderland. And if you've ever done acting, if you've ever been in a theater before, it's especially like an old one that's been around forever, it's such a vibe. And I was sitting there watching the movie reminiscing about the like first theater I ever did acting in, and being little, like walking around the place. It was so old. Like, I'm sure it was, I don't know the date it was built, but it was so old, like early 1900s for sure. And it was all like the downstairs area underneath the stage was so creepy, and there was these dungeon rooms, and these like the side stages were so weird, and like it was just makeshift. Everything about the theater I started out in was so makeshift, underneath the main, like where people walk around outside and stuff. And there was graffiti all over the walls. Like we would Sharpie things everywhere. We would like do our lipstick for the show and like kiss the wall everywhere. And so this is why I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this storytelling today about my theater days. But I feel like it was such a big part of my childhood, and this Comedy Store documentary is making me warm and fuzzy. Like, oh, I remember being around a theater all the time, and it's such a vibe. I can't even like, it feels this certain type of way, like cool and exciting, and I don't know, there's something about like being around other performers. You're all kind of in this like pre-show stuff together, and there's this energy that you can't mimic. The energy before any kind of show business stuff is, unless you're in it, unless you've done it before, you don't understand what that's like. It's similar, I guess, to like playing a sport, and it's like the pre-game feeling, that the nerves, the butterflies, but it's different because it's like acting, entertaining, talking, singing, that stuff. But anyways, I guess I could tell you guys about the theater life. I mean, I was always on stages and doing plays as a kid, like local theater. I'm not some big shit child actor who was on commercials and like doing Disney stuff. That's not me. But I just remember like hanging around the theater, and the one I'm thinking of in particular, it was so, I want to like Google pictures of it, because it was like a little maze underneath. Like, I remember you walk in the theater, and it's got, you know, the ticket booth out in the front. And this is on like the main strip of the town I grew up in. There's like a ticket booth right out front, and then you walk in, and it's a lot of like red carpet, velvety stuff, and like a classic theater. And anyways, you would walk past the concession stand in the front and like go down these shitty wooden stairs, and that opened up into is this the green room? Is that what it's called? Backstage green room, that section base, I don't know. And I remember it just had these shitty wooden stairs that went down, and there's like this, okay, it looked like off to the right of this, where you walk down to the backstage area, there's like nuts and bolts, and like it looks like a man's garage, like shit like that everywhere. Like someone's working on a car, but it's not even that. It's like probably for the maintenance on the equipment, or I don't know, like just the whole building. So there was like a whole section off to the right of that. And then there was like a side room you walked in, full of more like mechanical equipment stuff. And then I wish, this is so annoying because I'm trying to describe this and you guys have you're just paint a picture in your head. Let's do let's think creatively right now, because I don't have any like pictures to reference. And then I remember like the carpet was all green. Pretty sure it was like green, like almost like a grass turf. And there was like low pipes for like air conditioning and heating and shit everywhere. And of course, writing all over the walls. And there was a section off to the left where there was like theater, like the seats, like old seats from the theater with like the velvet backs just kind of like wrapped around. People would like store their shit in. The thing I'm remembering the most about this theater and going there for shows and everything is that the entire length of like the whole season of shows, what am I saying? But the entire time we were doing these plays, ah, every performance night, dude. I have a limited fucking vocabulary right now. The entire season, let's just say season of shows, we would have a designated little camping site in the green room. And I was little, right? So everything felt huge. And I'm sure if I went there now, it would look microscopic and tiny, right? But at the time, I remember like camping out in a certain area, and then we would like decorate our spot and like almost make little forts with all of our shit for the play. And it was so fun. I don't know how to explain it. If you ever did acting with me back in the day, if you're from my hometown, and you might remember what I'm talking about, but such a vibe. And then there's like stairs up to the left side of the stage, and then if you walk straight, it was like concrete at this point. So it went from like this weird like garage looking setup with all this mechanical stuff and theater chairs everywhere and just open space for people to sit around, to a dungeon of concrete. You walk through the concrete and you hang a right, and there's a whole hallway where that's where all the hair and makeup stuff was going down. And I just remember like the first part of the hallway was a ton of it was like a mirror up against the wall, and then chairs for people to get their makeup done. Dude, we put on so much blush. Like that's what I remember. I remember sitting there just applying, because I would do my makeup sometimes, like help them. I would do so much blush. And yeah, there'd be like, I think it was MAC makeup. That's what it looked like, all on the counter everywhere, like those little white wedge sponges. And so that was like the first section of the hallway. And then you walk a little further. I think there was a bathroom in between. There's something in between. Yeah. Wait, am I really? I'm remembering. There's this little shitty like RV looking bathroom, like, or an airplane sized bathroom in the middle. And then you walk a little further, and that's a hair section. So that's where like, you know, people are getting, there's like hairspray for fucking days. And then if you like keep walking, you can like go outside. There's like a side out to the sidewalk outside. There's a door. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm like trying to take you through this is like a haunted house right now. This is a haunted theater story. It's kind of like a spooky season Halloween theme podcast, whatever. And then you would wrap around, and there's a ramp up to the right side of the stage. And I remember, so when my sister, I didn't do this play, she did King Arthur. Like, I think that was the first play she did, but there were these like horses that people would stand in. I don't know how to explain it. They like did macrame's or appliques or paper mache or what the fuck is it called, that stuff. They like made it over, they like formed these horse heads over wires, and they had these big like King Arthur looking medieval banners on the side of them. They're all colorful, and it was very majestic and cool. Like these horses were parked up against the ramp. So I remember like being little and going backstage during my sister's show and like seeing that, being like, oh my god, this is such a vibe, it's so cool. I just remember seeing like props all the time, and like a lot of cushiony like foam shit that's been painted, and fake food and costumes, and just so much fun stuff backstage. And so I'm saying this because I'm talking about what I did yesterday. I'm trying to like wrap things in a little bow and give it back to you. So this is because I watched the Comedy Store documentary, and I was reminiscing in my head about my theater days. But yeah, it was such a vibe. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about the theater. Oh, going under the stage was scary as fuck, because like, I don't know. And I always had a crush. Oh my gosh, my favorite thing about doing acting as a kid is I always had a crush on the crew. Oh my gosh, there's always like hot crew members in all black on the, like, they're on the different wings of the stage, like helping you before you went on. And I don't know. And then I never did that. I thought maybe I'd do that at one point, but I never did. I'm starting to think like if I stayed in my hometown, I'd probably be a crew member at these shows. It'd be fun. Or like the sound guys were always hot. Oh, and then my favorite thing, I felt so cool when I was like in second grade because I'd invite my school to go on a field trip to see my play. And I'd be like in front of my whole class thinking I was so cool. My mom, bleh. Sorry, I need more coffee. Oh, there's the guy that was working out with the man bun earlier. He's got a coffee now. Out and about. That post-workout coffee. There's something about that. I like getting coffee after a workout. But anyways, my mom wants me to tell you guys a story about me being Gladys in the best Christmas pageant ever. That was the first role I had where I was like a main character. So I don't want to tell that story, but I just maybe I'll do that for Christmas time. I'll talk about that first like big role I had. Anyways, why am I telling you this? Okay, this is like still part of my 24-hour update. I haven't even talked about Trump yet. I haven't even talked about I have this like I wrote a negative paragraph last night all about social media and some like new thoughts. I haven't even talked about the fact I'm getting my burrito tonight for Burrito Tuesday. I was going to mention that and talk. I was like, Jacqueline, should you make the Tuesday fact about burritos? And dude, I'm so annoyed I even made that a thing. I think this is the 5th week I've done Burrito Tuesday. Who the fuck do I think I am? I'm so different and so unique because I'm not doing Taco Tuesday. I'm doing Burrito Tuesday. But anyways, let's get into what else I watched. I watched Kylie and Stormy make Halloween cookies on her YouTube last night after I watched the Comedy Store documentary. That was a good time. It was so cute, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be a mom. But it's just cute all around. I was obsessed just like how Stormy was putting so many sprinkles on the cookies. Like Kylie would be like, okay, what sprinkles do you want to put on top? And she'd like take a huge spoon and shovel out as many sprinkles as she could and like pile them on the cookies. And yes, I watched that, and then I watched Emma Chamberlain's latest YouTube video, and then I went to bed. It was a great night. So that was my last 24 hours. I need water. Yesterday was crazy. I think yesterday's podcast was crazy because I was talking a lot about I talked about my sex dream, which was, I don't know. I don't know. I just it was a weird one, a weird episode. Do I want to bitch about Trump right now? I think I'll do it. Dude, okay, so here are my thoughts. I like how the media is acting. They're like upset that Trump that he's getting better. It's like they're mad he's not dying. And I just think that is so fucked up. Like, it's as if they want him to keep getting sicker and die. And I'm just so frustrated by that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I'd like to say that the whole motorcade situation or whatever the fuck, where he was doing the wave by in the he had the Secret Service driving by a bunch of people and he did his wave. I like how the media is like, oh my God, he put the Secret Service in risk of losing their lives and dying of COVID from sitting in the same car with him as he's, infectious or whatever. And I'm like, look, the Secret Service's job, like they sign up for taking a bullet for Trump at all times. Like, their job is to put their life on the line for the president. And it's as if he forced the Secret Service to drive him and do this. And I don't think on his part, this wasn't the best decision. I mean, obviously he's not practicing the whole isolation and staying away from people while you're going through coronavirus and everything. But the way the media makes it so oh my God, the secrets. And here's the thing. And I saw this, I forget who was, maybe it was a podcast. I listened to a news podcast about this. Someone said that, dude, why doesn't the media get upset when Black Lives Matter people are screaming in the Secret Service's faces with no masks and it's like, why didn't you care about the Secret Service then? But now all of a sudden they're sitting in the car with Trump and that's an issue. And oh my gosh, why do they care so much about the Secret Service now? And oh, how terrible. But all in all, it's just a big shit show. I think that, I don't know, even more people in the White House are getting sick now. It's just, it is what it is. It's whatever. But yo, the fucking video of him coming back on Marine One, I think that's what it's called. I act like I know shit and I don't. I literally see videos on Twitter and then I comment on it. But the majestic video of him coming back to the White House, and there is a video of him ripping his mask off and waving as he got back home. It was very interesting. So dramatic. And I bet, this is what I think. I feel like the media is going to spin this after the fact and say that the whole coronavirus thing was fake and then he didn't actually have it. They're going to like, somehow this all is going to get spun around in a washing machine, and I don't know, it's getting so crazy. And I called this like a few weeks ago. I'm like, watch how dramatic the media is going to get in the next few weeks before the election. And the fact that I watched a woman for 8 minutes, no, it was about 8 minutes on CNN. I had to watch it. I was like, I'm sure this is like someone's sitting there like, you have to stay on this, you have to hit this point home. Like, you cannot fold, you cannot roll over and let this guy change your mind. But I watched this woman try to make for 8 minutes debate about the Secret Service driving Trump through by the crowd, and like it was so over the top and insane. I'm like, this basically the whole, the way that the media has handled this particular situation I'm basically sitting here and going, dude, so soft. America, soft AF, so soft. People are so soft. Media, soft. Like, no one, it's so sad. They're so like bitch about everything, and so like, how dare he? How could he? It's so stupid. So anyways, if you're on my side of things, if you're like, the media sucks, it's all fucked up and stupid and crazy, then let's be BFFs. And it's like the left side of things they're so dramatic to the point where it's like they don't even think the right cares about the same like human suffering issues as they do. It's as if it's like, why am I putting myself on the right? I'm just saying I lean more that way. Obviously, if you haven't listened to the podcast, like or if you've listened to the last few episodes, you can kind of see where I sit on things. But it's as if they don't even think people on the right are concerned at all about human suffering and the same issues that they're concerned with. And that is so fucking frustrating. And they're so dramatic. And I don't know why I'm making this a political podcast now, but like, it's not, a lot of their rhetoric is so, I'd say majority of the rhetoric is from the left is so unhelpful and it's useless. It's like, this is not actually what it is, but they blow everything out of proportion. And I'm really getting sick of it. Jacqueline's gonna wrap up this segment of political shit and move forward. But like I said, I don't know if I've said this yet on the podcast. I'm not for everyone. I'm not trying to get approval from everyone. I'm just speaking my mind, commenting about the world and things going on and how I see it. But I've had an axe to grind with the media since college, when I established how fucked up it was. And I was literally trying to be a broadcaster at one point, and I totally was like, like, U-turn, go back, wrap around, not doing it. Totally, I just saw through the bullshit, and I was like, I can't do that. Especially like that fucking CNN video I watched. I'm like, how are people, if someone out there is on her side of things, like going, oh yeah, you make sense. It was psychotic. The level of crazy she went to try to get pissed off about Trump in this car driving by the crowd. Like, anyways, okay, I know. I watched a lot of content this morning on James Charles's Instagram. To change the subject, let's talk about James Charles. Hold on. It's about the Instagram algorithm issue right now. I want to get into that. So this morning I was rolling over, waking up on my phone, which I'm not. It's, you know what? It's part of the job. I got to know what's going on in the world to be able to comment on it on my podcast every day, right? So I was on James Charles's story. He's one of those like really intense beauty guru people that's like, he's just huge and over the top, and I can't stop watching him. Like, he's the type of person where I get annoyed by a lot of influencers and a lot of beauty guru people. It's just annoying, but for some reason I'm obsessed with watching his stuff, especially his like his YouTube stuff. So anyways, he did a whole monologue on Instagram this morning about the Instagram algorithm change. Apparently according to him, it's like his engagement has gone down like 75%. So then I went to Twitter, and I didn't know this is going on, but apparently the Instagram has changed and people are pissed. There's so many tweets about it. And I don't know I didn't really understand how or what happened, but people are pissed, and I thought I'd update you guys as a news reporter, doing my talk show every morning. I'm my own, like, what am I? My own fucking niche. I'm not a news reporter. I'm just commenting on current events, and apparently algorithm on Instagram is fucked. And the thing I realized about that is it would suck to have, it's the way it is for a lot of people, but you rely on Instagram for your paycheck, and that if you haven't branched out and diversified your to other, yourself on other platforms, and I don't know what I'm saying. I just try to understand. I'm regurgitating information I've heard before, so I'm not like some authority about online making money online through social media. I'm not some specialist at it, but I do know that people that rely on Instagram to make their money, it's looking bleak right now. These tweets though. But I noticed, like, I don't know. I've been off Instagram a lot. Okay, here's what I wanted to say. Here's my little, Jacqueline, you're a podcaster, make up a witty comment about this. I was like, look, everyone watches Social Dilemma documentary and they're not on their phones as much anymore. And that's why your engagement is down 75%. People's behavior is changing. People are off their phones. It's just blame the Social Dilemma documentary. That's what I thought. I thought, Jacqueline, that's a funny little take on that. But true, because I haven't been, I don't know about you, but, ever since I watched that, I've really been, like, as I said yesterday, I've been telling my phone to fuck off every time I think about touching it and, like, going on Instagram. I'm like, nope, bitch, off you go. And so maybe I doubt it's that dramatic that people's behavior changed that much, but who knows. That's my dream, though. I'm just like, I want to, and I'm kind of doing it. I pretty much go to Instagram to post content, and I don't sit there and consume other people's shit. Because now I'm just, like, in the zone with podcasting. I'm doing this every day, and I don't know. I don't find it entertaining anymore to sit and watch stories, and like, I don't know. It's just kind of getting old. Oh my gosh, and now I don't want to be negative again. Should I curl my toes under again for this segment? Get ready, because it's negative. I'm probably going to lose a lot of friends. I'm going to lose a lot of probably respect from people in the influencer industry, but it's all good. I'm taking a risk. I take a chance. It feels good to speak your mind. Like, it literally feels good to talk out loud about what you really think without, I just don't care. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to get everyone's approval, but this is what I wrote last night. I'm going to read off the note in my phone. Oh my gosh. My brother's doing autopilot in a Tesla. Why is he in a Tesla? Oh, I'm showing the camera right now. Okay, so I'll get into my thing I wrote about social media and influencing, but my brother just sent us a video of him driving around in a Tesla with his 93-year-old friend. Now, my brother, I don't know if I should expose him right now. I just think it's so amazing how he hangs out with elderly people as, like, his friends. Hangs out around their house, obviously driving around in someone's like this, I forget her name. It's like Debbie or something, but she just got a Tesla. She's 93, I think. Yeah. And he's cool. Like, they're cool with it. And I get it. I know my brother, he's just he's got a great mind, and he's very, I don't know how to explain it. He's very Jesus-like. And I don't know how, it's just, he's got this spirit about him that's so him. But I recognize that he likes to hang out with older people because of their wisdom and their life experience. And the conversations are probably more interesting to him than hanging out with adolescents, I don't know, around his age, which he still does. He has a shit ton. My brother has so many friends. He has so many friends. He has old people friends, young people friends. He's so cool. Shout out to my brother. By the way, if you're curious who made my intro music, that's my brother. He made that song for me on his SoundCloud is Rob, ROBMON, if you want to check it out. I always link it in the show notes if you want to go to his SoundCloud, but hi, thanks for being awesome. So anyways, I just went to my phone to read the note about social media, and I saw him sent us a video, and she's like in the passenger seat, and she's this 93-year-old lady. They're just driving around. She finally got her Tesla. That's so cool. Anyways, let me read what I wrote. Dude, I'm nervous. I'm just going to read it. I don't care. You know what? This is what you tune in for. I'm speaking my mind. I wrote this at like 11:30 last night. It's just my opinion. It's subject to change. I'm not stuck in my ways about things, but I'm starting to see, like, I'm starting to look at Instagram, like the way people post, the aesthetic stuff. I'm starting to look at it completely differently. And I don't know, just bear with me as I read this. Yo. Okay, this is what I wrote. Yo. I wrote yo. Yo, if your Instagram page looks like a bowl of oatmeal when I scroll through, I'm out. Having an aesthetic is so old-fashioned. It's not real. It looks forced, and most people's only facial expression is dead eyes or behind their phone hiding, taking a selfie. It's a hack to make your brand look cool. It's filters are provided, fonts, templates, etc. It's not like how it used to be where people would just draw their shit up from zero. That's why I'm not impressed or inspired anymore. And fuck minimalism shit. It makes me so annoyed. Look how I combined 4 things together. I put that in quotes. I no longer give a fuck about people who clearly prioritize their aesthetic and external beauty shit and nice to look at content over no filters and just being themselves. I'm scared. Why did I say that? Yo, but it's kind of true. Like, if your page looks like a bowl of oatmeal and it's all aesthetic and minimal and clean and you're just like taking selfies looking so dead in your eyes, and I mean, shit, I used to do this. So I'm just seeing it now. Like, I just think it's not the future. It's kind of sad to me. And like, everything's provided. Like, you can buy apps with, filters and fonts and templates to make all your stuff look like a cool brand. And that's not impressive to me because it's provided. There's no longer are people, camped out until 3 a.m. drawing up a vision on there. I mean, this still, like, I'm totally generalizing. I'm just saying for like the basic, like, typical, like, I'm an influencer. I have a bunch of followers now. I'm starting my own brand. I'm going to sell clothes, fast fashion. They're all going to be neutrals. It's basically like Kim Kardashian's aesthetic times a million, all these people doing it. And I get it. It's like, okay, they got to make their money somehow. Their dream is to be a fashion designer. They want their own fashion line, but it doesn't feel, it's just not impressive to me. I'm not impressed. I'm not inspired. I'm like, look, something's got to change. And I wish people would just get away from like making everything look aesthetic. It's annoying. I just get annoyed by it. I'm like, we've already established how Instagram isn't reality and da-da-da. And for some people, it's fun. It's creative. They like looking at pretty curated content where they scroll through their own page and it's like, oh, it's so beautiful and perfect. But I'm projecting or whatever because I've gone through this in the past. I feel like when I was striving for that at one point, I remember like a few years ago I was dating this guy, and I remember there's a section of my Instagram where I'm like, I remember like trying to make it look neutral or whatever. Like, I was like, oh, like, I want an aesthetic. I want this to all look cool, whatever. I just remember like spending like life hours, trains of thought, like spending time caring about that. And it's wild to me because I'm like, it's so dumb. Like, it doesn't matter. And I don't think people's priorities are in the right place. And I know it's like, okay, I have a brand. I have to do my branding thing and have my personal brand. And I just, like, I'm exhausted of it. Like I said, I'm not impressed. It's not unique anymore. It's not interesting. It's so overdone. And I'm just looking at, okay, it's 2020. What are we going to do for the next decade? Because I don't know how much more pristine and aesthetic and clean and polished and glam and everything we can get before my fucking brain explodes. I just want people to show up on the internet as if we're BFFs, we've known each other for 16 years, and we're hanging out at a slumber party. If everyone did that and talked more and just didn't care about filtering and branding and all this shit, I would feel better personally because I'm like, that's real. That feels normal. But I'm just starting to get so freaked out by people that I've been following for years. I'm like, wait, they're still doing this? They haven't evolved out of making everything look like oatmeal? If you know what I'm talking about. That's how people's pages look. It's like a bowl of oatmeal. It's like neutrals, whites, and browns, and da-da-da. I'm bitching about people's actual passions. Like, my passion is podcasting and talking shit. And I'm like judging people's passions for art and creativity and like self-expression, and I should not do that. So I understand how this sounds to people, but I don't know. That was bitchy. What else did I write in that paragraph? Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, filters are everything's provided to make you like you can build a brand in a day. Everything's provided. Everything's quick and easy, and an app to here's a template to. It's just I don't know. I long for the old-fashioned days when shit was way more. I don't know. It was hard. Shit was harder. You couldn't break through and have a brand overnight. It was like I don't know. I'm really judgmental today. It's Tuesday, and you know what? It's because those damn chairs upstairs were rustling too much, and I'm frustrated, and I'm annoyed, and my toes were curled under for too long, and this is what happens, y'all. This is what happens. But I don't know. Someone DM me. Let me know if you're a influencer out there, if you're someone that is caught up in that world of like when you post a picture, you like use the same filters and you have the same like sad facial expression every outfit post, and you're all about like white backgrounds and aesthetics and all that. Like, do you ever ask yourself questions about that? Do you ever go, is this like, is this, do I, like, when is it going to be enough? Like, am I actually satisfied doing this? Or is this just like this annoying upkeep thing I have to do? Every time I post a picture, I got to go to the app and I got to like make the background all white, make sure it looks aesthetic. Like, I don't know. Does that just get exhausting to people? Y'all, get a call center headset, do a podcast every day, and just don't care about Instagram because it's dumb. Apparently, the algorithms fucking everything up anyways, so we gotta evolve. I'm a dreamer. I'm a visionary. I'm fucking, seeing the future 10, 20 years, and I'm like, yo, sorry, Gary Vee, I'm still in your thunder right now, but what's the future gonna be? I want to like speak. I want to be the change I want to see in the world, and I want people to be, like I said, hanging out on the couch at 6 p.m. at a slumber party. I've known you for 17 years and you're not trying hard. Because, I don't know, when people try hard, it's really obvious to me now and it's getting frustrating. I just stop. Let it, like, get a different creative outlet than aesthetic Instagram shit. It's so annoying. Am I jealous of that? No, not anymore. I'm just like, I want people to get on the other side and not care. I used to be jealous, so I used to want to do that. Fuck, I've been very vocal about that. How like my past brunette, insecure, lost little puppy self was like, Jacqueline, you should do Instagram influencing. You should do photo shoots. You should like get brands to work with you and do like post cute outfits and do a YouTube channel about outfit hauls and makeup tutorials and stuff. Like that was my dream. And there's nothing wrong with people still doing that. I want to be very clear about that. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's your passion, like I should not be shitting on it. I should not be negative about it at all because that's beautiful. Everyone should do what they want to do in life. But I'm just seeing a lot of bullshit in it. And I think people in it would recognize there's bullshit in it. And it's like, okay, when is it going to evolve? You know? I don't know. I just remember life before, like I'd get home from school and I'd be with my siblings. We'd like get off the bus. We like lived by a farm. We got dropped off at the corner and we had to walk home like a block, which wasn't too bad. Anyways, we like get off the bus and we like go watch TV. We watched 3 shows in a row. It was like, we'd make our after school snack and then I'd have like cereal, like a lot of like frosted mini wheats. Story time, childhood. I just reminiscing about when shit was simple and I didn't get triggered by people's oatmeal fucking Instagram pages. And we would like sit around the TV. We had our 3 shows we watched. It was like Cyber Kids on PBS, Cyber Kids, and we watch Arthur, and then I think Zoom. If you guys watch Zoom on PBS, there was like a show with a bunch of kids. They'd like do little, I don't know, it's kind of like SNL for kids kind of vibes, like little skits and shit, and they do like Oh, I like the cooking video section where they'd like be like, ask your parents if you can use the knife, or make sure you have parental, get help when you use the knife. And they'd cut an apple, and there wouldn't be any adults around. Obviously, the cameramen were adults, but like, you know what I mean. It was kind of funny. So, anyways, I just miss days where it was like, or even in high school where you weren't glued to Instagram. Oh my God, I'm such a boomer. Fucking this episode sucks. Tuesday, I went too deep in that rant about social media again. I gotta puke it out though. I'm in my 33rd episode. It's not fully puked out yet. So just bear with me. You guys are part of this podcasting journey, and you're gonna have to deal with that for the first, I feel like for the first, I don't know, 60 episodes. Just really get it out. I'm exhausted. I want to see a change. I'm just over it. Let's progress, man. Let's stop this bullshit. I'm sorry. It's so overdone when I'm every morning I wake up, I drink my water, and I drink my oat milk latte, and I roll my face with ice, and then I go and put my workout outfit on, and then I go and I do my workout on Melissa Wood Health Pilates on YouTube, and then I do that, and then I eat breakfast, and I make this smoothie, and this is how I make it, and then I go on a walk to get vitamin D on my skin, and I listen to a podcast, and then I go do work, and I check emails for 3 hours, and then I break for lunch, and I have a salmon salad, and then I go and I get back to work, and then I have an afternoon coffee and a pick-me-up protein power ball with peanut butter and protein powder and oatmeal, and I rolled up and I made meal prep on Sunday. And then after that I get back to work, and then I go at around 5 I meet up with the girls for happy hour, and we have rosé, and we talk about and then we all take an outfit pic, which is cute, and we post on Instagram, and then we hang out and we play bingo and Twister together at night. And dude, I'm sounding jealous that people are friends right now. And then I'm projecting so fucking hard. And then we go back and we check our social media until we go to sleep, and then we wake up and do it again. Then I go out. It's just every influencer doing shit like that. I'm over it. Stop talking about obvious daily life information that's so dumb. We're teaching people how to have daily routines. It's yo, my parents taught me that when I was 5. Fuck off. Stop. I'm a bitch. The internet, I'm the most let's see if Jacqueline be the most hated by influencers on the internet. Let's get there. Let's fucking get the haters rolling through. Tuesday. What's going on? Shit. Okay, I just took a little breather to cool down from that segment. This whole podcast is a learning experience, and I'm learning how to talk about my raw, unfiltered opinions about things that I see in the world. And I don't know how that's going to be received, and I'm taking a chance, taking a risk right now. But I've said this many times. I'm sick of being a passive person online. I want to be active. I want to be, I want my skin in the game. I want to talk about what I think. I want to be a person with a solid opinion, because I respect people with solid opinions, and I want to be like them because they're so real, and you really know where they're at, and it's great. I really look up to people like that. So I was practicing right there, this whole podcast, like I said, learning experience. I'm just, I don't know. I'm not super proud about being judgmental about influencers 33 fucking episodes in a row, but yo, it's my truth. It's my life. You guys are part of this ride. And dude, I have so many sticky notes I didn't even get to for today's podcast. I didn't even talk about what I did this morning. Oh, I mentioned the algorithm change, James Charles, that whole thing he did. But I was writing sticky notes here about inflation. A little update from the Fed. I was trying to learn about inflation this morning. I don't know, dude. I mean, apparently, it's not, the inflation rates are going to stay low apparently for the next, what do they say, up until 2026? If the rates, so I have 2024 equals 2.25% inflation, rates equal low to 2026, 2.5%. It's not going to be, I don't know. I just tried to learn about it. It's going to go up to 2% around 2023. So I guess, I don't know, the short-term inflation is going to look crazy. It's going to look like it's 3%, but it's really not that bad. Apparently, I don't know. I don't understand it clearly. I can't even talk about it. But let me check my phone for talking points. I should check my DMs. My mom, what did she write? She sent me a quote. My mom sent me a quote. Success seems to... Hi, Mom, if you're listening. This is what you... I'll share what you sent me. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. 100. The center 100. That's me. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, Mama. Don't quit, man. I could have cut off the podcast and gave up after I felt weird about talking about influencers, but I keep going. I don't quit. I don't second guess. That's it. That's the thing. I am proud of myself. Like, I talk a lot about my, I don't know, the shit I've struggled with in the past when I want to work on. Obviously, this whole podcast is like my personal therapy session, my self-mastery course or whatever, but I'm proud of myself for being decisive about something for once. Like, hardcore decisive and really, I really zeroed in on this podcasting thing and I said, this is it. I'm doing this. I'm in it. And I'm proud of the fact that, look, my podcast cover I made, I didn't second guess. I made one version of it. Now, I know that's probably like, people out there in the, marketing or whatever space would be like, or branding, they'd be like, yeah, you should make like 6 editions of it and do a poll to see which one's the best and send it to all your family and friends. And I didn't fucking do that. I just made one. I made one podcast cover. I decided that is it. I made my description of my podcast, a podcast by me for you. That is my description of the podcast. And I didn't try too hard. I was just like, that's what this is. A podcast for me, by me, for you. Decided on that, short and sweet. And then I, even like the YouTube, like when I upload to YouTube, I've been putting the number on the thumbnail, and I just like decided like, oh, I'm going to just do this font. I have not been second guessing myself. I've been so like decisive about everything I've been doing on this podcast, and it feels good. So if you're indecisive out there, you're wasting your life away. I've wasted so much time, dude. Remember the toothbrush story I told? Go to the episode titled "Toothbrushes Paralyze Me" if you want to know how bad my indecisive gets sometimes. Yeah, it's been a challenge I've faced for so long, and I'm on the other side now going, oh, I know now what it feels like to wake up every day and love what you do and get so excited about it. And now I know what it's like to be decisive about stuff and like feel good about making solid decisions without backpedaling and changing your mind. That is, dude, I'm 26. I think that took a long ass fucking time, but dude, I don't want to read DMs. I'm bored by that. It's not interesting for you guys. Maybe I have like a funny one though. Nah, just my mom's quote she sent me. I gotta catch up. I gotta call my sister today. I haven't talked to her in like 2 months. Dude, now we're just hanging out. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my gosh, I didn't even say this yet. Patreon.com/TJMS if you want to support the show. Every patron gets a shout out at the end of the show. So if you like what you're listening to, and there's also other perks. As a patron, you get access to all the content I post on my Patreon. A lot of content that's related to what I talk about, and just pictures that never make it to the internet. Stuff off of my camera roll. And so yeah, everyone gets a shout out if you're a patron. And then also YouTube, if you're watching this, hi, go ahead and subscribe down below if you haven't subscribed to see my video podcast. Otherwise, go to your little phone, go on a field trip over to your phone if you're listening to this right now. Go do a little tappy tap on your YouTube app and do a little subscribe. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, and also if you like what you're listening to, leave a reviews. I gotta ask for that too. Gotta ask a lot of questions. You guys gotta everyone gets you gotta participate. All right, participate. This is an interactive podcast. I think I don't really have anything else to talk about today. I should check the internet for Twitter shit. Oh, let's look at what the current Trump stuff is looking like today. I haven't checked it yet. Tuesday. Tuesday. Just go to his tweets to see what's up. Fuck, he went on a tweeting spree the other day. Like I said, the only reason I'm talking about Trump so much is because it's so current. It's like, this is what's going on, and I mean, the election's coming up super soon, and repeal Section 230. What is Section 230? Let's learn something together. I was thinking about it. I should do podcasts, like frequent podcasts, where we learn something together, like something I'm really uninformed about in society or the government or whatever, and I should do a podcast where we can learn something together. I don't know. So we're gonna learn about Section 230. I don't know what that is. Let's learn. Trump tweeted that he doesn't like this. Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. That's not it's too much like. What is Section 230? Section 230 says no provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. Section 230. As part of its broader review of market-leading online platforms, the U.S. Department of Justice analyzed Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act of 1996. I was 2 years old, which provides immunity to online platforms from civil liability based on third-party content and for the removal of content in certain circumstances. Interesting. So Trump tweeted about that. I just wanted to talk about, like, what is Trump up to today? He wants that shit repealed. All right, we learned something. Just a lot of angsty tweets. Feeling great. All caps 3 hours ago. Great. Yeah, I can't wait. The media is totally going to say that everything he did, like this whole corona thing he got, is fake. Wait, what's this video?
And I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be a...
Hear that? Ladies, don't let the virus dominate you.
You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicine.
Interesting. So he just did a little monologue about... He learned a lot about getting coronavirus. All right. Anyways. Twitter is so dead. Like, compared to how it used to be for me, I just, like, I don't know. It's just not it. Podcasting is it. That's it. Y'all. If Trump just shook COVID in 48 hours with a diet of McDonald's and speed, we should start considering the uncomfortable truth that he is the risen Christ. Tim Dillon. If you want to read some nice, just some good tweets about current politics and stuff, go to Tim Dillon's Twitter. Like, his takes on stuff is so funny. I thought he was hot, and then I found out he was gay. I was like, wait, what? He's the straightest gay guy I've ever seen. Do you guys know who Tim Dillon is? Like, he's just, like, his personality's hot, so hot. Like, I just like when people have their mind is so, like, I'm starting to notice that as I get older. I'm like, oh, I'm attracted to people's minds and how their like their brain and how they think, because it's hard, like I'm just, okay, I'll finish the podcast with this thought. This might help all the boys out there. This is what I've established now after, I'm in my 20s, I've been dating, and I've been doing all that stuff, but I'm so unattracted now to the whole, like, bro-y macho thing. Like, and all the guys out there, I'm thinking the people that make comments on, like, the Barstool posts on Instagram, like those kind of guys, I've been struggling with this because a lot of the guys I'm attracted to, like physically attracted to, are so, like, I mean, boring to me in a lot of ways. I'm so, like, this is such a negative podcast because guys are out there probably like, I don't like this about girls, I don't like this about girls, and much. Same thing for me. But, like, I need an intellect. I need someone who's got a lot of action, a lot of shit firing in their brain, because when people are, I don't know. Like I got it. I've been in the DMs with someone for a long time. Like, and lately I'm just like, you don't have a personality at all. Like you don't even have. I'm just gonna expose this right now. Should I? Shit. I don't know. People are boring. That's what it is. Guys are boring. Most guys I come across are like, they're just douchey and broy, and I can't do it anymore. I'm like, yo, if you sound like you're from a frat, I can't do it. I'm out. That's why I'm attracted to like people that are. I just all the weird people I thought were weird in high school, I think are hot now. Should I end the podcast on that note? I need you to be hot and quirky. I need you to be conventionally hot, but like really fucking weird in the brain and do like psychotic, fucked up shit. That's so not what I'm thinking. This podcast is a train wreck, dude. I need to cut it. I need to call it. I need to be self-disciplined and call it. Let me try to rework what I was saying there about men. Like, I keep dating guys that are, they're just like it's easy at first when you date someone, you get blinded by like all the first initial butterflies and oh my gosh, they're so hot and oh my god, and you're just like the chemistry's there. But then after a while, you're like, wait, you're not interesting at all. It's I don't know. Anyways, I need to stop this podcast, dude. Episode 33. Let's throw it in the shitter and let's not do a repeat listen. 1-star review. I mean, guys are really nitpicky about girls, so I can be nitpicky about guys. Just fucking be interesting. I don't know. I know what it is. A lot of the guys in my age group are caught up in, they're still acting like it's college. They're still partying. They're still living for that type of shit. And I just want a man that's like reserved and quiet, I guess. My mom, she said this before. She's like, that you think you want that guy who's really like, he's like alpha and macho and bro and like he's like out there and crazy and like fun and exciting to be around, but that's what you think you want. But what you really want is someone that's like reserved, like more relaxed and reserved, and he's like quietly confident and quietly like that. It's not, he doesn't come out the gates like that. So, hi, if you're like that, hit me up in the DMs. Let's fucking date each other. I don't know. Episode 33. Welcome back to the podcast. Oh no, someone posted a picture in London and now I'm getting jealous. I miss that city. It's officially the last of the podcast. And guys, oh my gosh, I have sweat dripping down my abs right now. I have boob sweat from sitting in this big sweatshirt. That's a signal it's time to end the podcast. I was looking at my YouTube channel though, and every podcast I wear the same outfit. I'm like, oh, maybe I should switch it up because it's probably annoying to see me wear the same sweatshirt every day. But it's my good luck sweatshirt. I don't know. I do it every day, and I wear my pearls and. Fuck. Okay, if you stuck around this long and am I PMSing? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I'm so bitchy today. Is that it? I don't really know if I get like that. I don't really. I cry the day before I get my period every time, but I don't really get. I don't feel like I get that bitchy. Who knows? Anyways, all right. Have a great Tuesday. Get a burrito tonight. I'm gonna get mine. Leave a review if you like the podcast, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and patreon.com if you want to support the show. Love you guys. I hope this episode you received it better than I think you received it. So on that note, bye.